we're on to challenge number 5. Challenge number 5 is to be able to back your horse through a gate. So the goal is when asked, your horse knows to back through a space like a gate. It can also be in your horse's stall. So backing through a gate is a great game for horses that want to charge through gates or get anxious going through small spaces. It helps break down the pattern of wanting to rush and can be done on the ground or while riding. Once you and your horse know the game, you can play it in many ways, like backing into stalls. This is a really good thing to help your horse with confidence in zone 5, so from the tail and beyond. Sometimes when you do trailer loading with your horses, they might get into their front legs or maybe their rib cage, but when they get towards their hindquarters and tail, that's when they can get pretty unconfident. So this is a really good exercise to be able to do that with. All right, so just like before, backing again is going to be really important for this task. Those of you that are just new to this horsemanship stuff, if you got to wiggle all the way to the back, that's great. Those of you that have been doing this stuff for a while, I want you guys to think about, does your horse know the goal? All right, and Linda Pearly talks a lot about that. So I'm gonna, because we've done this before with Gus, and I'm gonna do it with the colt who's we actually have played with this. We do all of this stuff in her book, just part of our everyday life. So I might have to get Bonnie, or a horse that I don't usually do a lot with, to show you a horse that's never done it. But I want you guys to be thinking about, does your horse know the goal? So you'll set him up in front of the gate or the stall or whatever it is. You'll bring your life up, give him a suggestion like you need to be backing, and then allow your horse to do the backing. So we're going to see what happens. All right, so the goal is to be able to back through the gate. So my life's going to come up. I'm going to give him a little suggestion. My life is still up. Now I'm going to say, by the way, you should be backing. By the way, you should be backing. By the way, you should be backing. And then to wait and stay in class. Good. See the connection? That's what I want you guys to be looking for, is that connection. So that's the task. So then, I'll just see what happens if I bring my life back. Can I get a draw? And when he comes in, is he straight? So he went a little crooked there. And so I'm going to say, I noticed that. Come in straight. All right, so let's do it again. One time. He did it really good, but he did have a couple moments where he paused. So I'd like him to be able to just understand the goal. Off our feel. By the way, you should be backing. Really good. And stay in class. Good. Very good. So, he clearly understands the goal. He's not claustrophobic. He has to step over a bar that's on the ground. There's all kinds of really good things going on here for confidence reasons as well. So that's really, really good. All right, so I'm going to get the colt out, and we'll see how he feels about this. Okay, so I got that colt, and we're going to just kind of review what you might do with a horse that's never done it before. Although I say that, but we've been backing into the stall. I've been doing it with a steady feel, though. So this will be a little different to do it more as a driving. When we were out to Tom Curtin's, this was one of the things that he wanted all the horses on the ground to be able to do. When you put some life in that rope, don't go out to the side. When you put some life in that rope, that they go back. Now, what's happening in this process, when you wiggle this rope from side to side, you're still going to be thinking about being in time with the feet. And this is how it works. If you can zoom in on the halter part here. When you wiggle this rope back and forth, this halter is going to rock side to side. Here, I'll turn his head this way. The halter is going to rock side to side. And you're going to see if you can match that up with the feet. So the faster you wiggle, the faster them feet should be going. All right, fix this hair here. All right, so I'm going to bring my life up. That's like get ready to go somewhere. Now I'm going to add a little rhythm. It be straight. Very good. Now, as he backs up, I'm going to feed that rope out to him. I don't want him to pull that rope out of my hands, because then they'll just learn to pull the rope out of your hands. So as he's backing, I'm going to feed this rope through my hand. You know, it's so amazing. Tom Curtin always talks about focus on your horse, be aware of your horse. And just that one little moment, I was distracted and focused on my rope and not him. That's when he decided it was a good time to walk off. All right, so I'll just do that again. I'm going to back him up. And as he backs up, I'm going to allow the rope to kind of slide down through my hands. And then that way he's not pulling the rope out of my hand. Let's get it right there. Very good. All right, so now I'll bring him to me and we'll try it at the gate. And now can he follow a field? Very good. And can he come in straight? So I went a little crooked, and I'm just going to kind of do a little mental check of that. And every time he comes in, I'm just going to be more aware of keeping him straight. All right, we're going to go over to the gate. Now the first thing might be this. Can you just walk your horse through the gate? Can you do that? Can you stop your horse at any point here in the gate and have him be straight? So that might be the first thing that you're going to want to see. Turn around here. See, when he turned here, I really wanted them hindquarters to yield away from me to make this turn. So every time you're working with your horse, have a plan of how you would like them to turn around. Straight. So that's kind of where the confidence box is going to come in. Is your horse just kind of confident being able to go forward through the gate? And if all that checks off, then see if once you know they can back up without the gate, can they back up with some sort of claustrophobic deal there? All right, turn around and I get hindquarters to yield. One of the reasons why George and I got these horses is there's a lot of cow blood, like not real cow blood, but you know, like cutting horse stuff in their breeding, and they naturally want to move their forequarters more than their hindquarters, which is kind of cool. All right, so he's kind of lined up. Because he's so close to me, I'm going to ask him to back up a little bit with steady pressure, just to kind of get him out away from me a little bit. And now I'll just offer that same feel, and you back up straight. Very good. Good. So, you gotta wait. So now you're backing, and now we got the parking spot. Back, and now wait. Stay straight, stay in class. Stay straight. Stay in class. There's not really You know, we've been working on tying him to the wall, and he wants to kind of get all crooked and not be straight. I'm going to hang in here and get straight. There was a nice little side. Nice little looking chew. Now this colt, he's not a very fearful colt. He's kind of a really laid back guy. Bit of an introvert. Alright, so I'm just going to see if he knows the goal. He's wicked smart. Oh, not that way. Really good. Very good. Excellent. Stay in class. Stay in class. Stay in class. Now I'll just invite him back in. Go a little crooked. There. So he's already bored with this. This horse is sharp. He's really quick. And one of the things Tom, when we were out there, he mentioned, he says, don't bore these horses doing the same thing over and over and over. And you can see he's already bored. Gus he's like, cool, I'll do this again, whatever. But be productive. Some of these horses want you to keep moving on to the next thing. So the next thing could be a faster pace, the next thing could be from farther away. But he did really good. I couldn't ask for a better try on that. Really good. So this one should be a fairly easy challenge to do. Challenge 4, you're going to probably have some time into that. And but I can't wait to see your videos, and I'm happy to help you any way I can. All right, hey everybody. So the 5th challenge is to be able to back through a gate, and I want you guys to be thinking about this not only from the ground, but under saddle. There's times if you guys do any trail competitions where you have to be able to back up through some barrels, and there's another way, I'll show you, that you can do with the gate. So we're just going to do simple, can you back through a gate? Then pick up his feet here. Very good. Good job. More. Good. All right, so that would be great for the task. Now, here's another thing you can do. Those of you that are farther along and you want to do a challenge, you're going to see if you can ride up to the gate, open your gate,